What's up, everyone, and welcome back to Movie Raised. We're all looking forward to movies and shows that are actually worth our while, and let me just say that the next 2 years won't be disappointing to any of us. From thrillers and action to romance and comedy, you got it all. Heads up, Amber Heard's coming back for Aquaman and the Lost Kingdom. Here are the best upcoming cinematic pieces for 2023 and 2024. The Little Mermaid. While it did get a tsunami of backlash from the internet, which I, for one, don't really understand, The Little Mermaid live action that's set to release in May 2023 is a perfectly great movie. The only unappealing factor to the public is the fact that Halle Bailey, a black woman, took on the role of one of the most iconic Disney princesses ever. With a promising cast with amazing vocals, Disney teased that although we have our favorite music from the old soundtrack like Part of Your World and Under the Sea, we can all expect new songs to be added to the movie for originality. As we dive in and explore Ariel's world of adventure, the touch of humor is never gone with Awkwafina in the cast. In an interview with Ellen DeGeneres, Melissa McCarthy shared that in her talk with the movie's director, we can expect a 40-feet clam for Ursula's lair. Another behind-the-scene prop is Prince Eric's big ship that was caught in a drone shot of the film. With the film's big budget, it's no surprise that not everything in the movie will be filmed with CGI. Every age group will definitely be looking forward to this movie, and I can assure you it won't disappoint. Elemental. Pixar and Disney are having a collaboration movie of the year. Think along the lines of Zootopia combined into one, but with a little catch. The movie follows the life of two elementals, Ember and Wade. Ember is your female lead character, who by her name you can already assume she's a fire elemental, and Wade is the male lead who represents water. They live in a world where elements like land, air, fire, and water live together in harmony. While the world might think of them as complete opposites who literally have nothing in common, they just happen to prove them wrong. Peter, the director of Elemental, who is also the director of The Good Dinosaur, shares that the movie is actually inspired by his parents, people who come from very different cultures. They had dreams and goals in common, and they would go along in their journeys reaching for the stars. Legally Blonde 3. Legally Blonde is an iconic franchise that empowers women to pursue male-dominated careers without losing their femininity. And Reese Witherspoon comes back on screen once more. Obviously, with the cast as original as it can be, the film has been in the making slowly but surely. In fact, the first draft was just passed, and the script is incredibly hard to get through, considering the iconic first two movies that surpassed more than $100 million worldwide. There's definitely a lot of pressure to make another statement. Like what? Like it's hard? Elle Woods is a law and fashion icon, and we got to see more. Peter Pan and Wendy. At some point, we all loved the comfort Peter Pan gave us. As a boy on the moon who looks out for lonely children, the thought that someone was looking over you is comforting. But I'm sure we all can't forget that little love triangle between Peter Pan, Tinkerbell, and Wendy. I don't know about you, but I felt really bad for Tinkerbell, who had her best friend whisked away by another girl. In 2023, Disney shared the movie with Alexander Maloney as Peter Pan, Ever Anderson as Wendy, Yara as Tinkerbell, and Jude Law as Captain Hook. Although there is yet to be an article or even a trailer that divulges the plot, many would assume that it's a typical love story where Wendy, Peter Pan, Tinkerbell, and the Lost Boys go on adventures with Captain Hook and his ship chasing after them. At the end of the day, Wending, darling, is a girl with so much responsibilities and decides to come back to the real world where she has a family of her own. Peter Pan and Wendy live action is a reminder for adults and children alike to dream again like we all once did. Wonder Woman 3. Gal Gadot returns to a screenplay once more to play the role of Diana Prince, the mighty demigod daughter of Zeus to protect mankind, as she always has seen in her previous movies. Though a nice woman, she's always preferred to walk alone after what what happened between her tragic love story. As time passes, modern technology emerges with deadlier, faster weapons to the point where it could kill her in one go. With that already in mind, an envious enchantress is jealous of Diana's beauty and power. As powerful as Wonder Woman is, she's not stupid to face her alone. In fact, she's forced to make alliances with very unlikely characters and perhaps even comes back with the Justice League themselves. But the question remains, why haven't you smashed the like button yet? No, but really, how will it end for Wonder Woman with a crazy powerful trying to tear her down when her allies aren't exactly people she has very strong bonds with? Barbie. Everyone cannot stop talking about Margot Robbie in the live-action remake of Barbie, and rightfully so. We know the typical Barbie movies are Barbie in the picture-perfect world making Raquel and the others jealous of her life, but in the live-action remake, it's a complete opposite. She's the one getting kicked out of Barbie land of perfection for not being physically perfect. When she's exiled to the real world, she goes on an adventure where she realizes that true perfection comes from inner beauty rather than superficial factors. When she comes back to Barbie land to save them, she learns believing in yourself is the true solution to all. As cliche as it may be, a Barbie movie with Margot Robbie as the main character is not a movie you can miss. Snow White. It seems like Disney is completely creating live-action remakes for iconic Disney princesses because after The Little Mermaid releases next year, Snow White is coming up next in cinemas in 2024. Considering the female empowerment we have in this day and age, that and also considering literally how we grew up to hate Snow White was so vulnerable and needed a man to save her, perhaps Disney will be redoing the movie with a little twist as we get to see what Her Majesty really was before she got poisoned, and possibly that the reason she ate the apple was because it was an old woman she thought she could trust. We'll get to see Rachel Zegler play our beloved Snow White, with once again making the list Gal Gadot as the evil queen. Rachel will be the first Latina Disney princess making it to the big screen, which is a progressive thing in our community. But Peter Dinklage has a few words to say. As a man who has dwarfism, he comments on the movie saying, "To hit that subscribe button and notification bell." Jokes aside, the actor said, and I quote, "Literally no offense to anyone, but I was a little taken back when they were very proud to cast a Latina actress as Snow White, but you're still telling the story of how Snow White and the Seven Dwarfs. Take a step back and look at what you're doing there. It makes no sense to me. You're progressive in one way, but then you're still making that effing backwards story about seven dwarves living in a cave together. What the F are you doing, man?" Which led to Disney responding to hold a meeting and communicate with the dwarfism community. 2023 and 2024 seem to be incredibly promising years in the film and production industry with these movies. With all types of genres, remakes, and sequels, the fun is just yet to begin. We'll see you in the next video.